Wendy, President and CEO of Partnership with Industries, and I wanted to answer one of the questions that one of the staff had answered through the survey, and that was, why am I in this field of working with people with developmental disabilities? It's kind of an interesting background. I myself, when I started in this field, did not have any individuals in my family that were directly related to having a disability. However, most of my life I've always really been very empathetic towards people. I remember in the classrooms throughout my elementary, middle school, and high school years, teachers telling my mom that they oftentimes put students who needed a little bit more support next to me because I naturally was very helpful and would do what I could to help them be successful in the classroom. Then I went on to college, and at that time when I went into college, I was just adamant I was going to be an attorney. I took my first political science class and said to my counselor, how many more of these classes do I need to take? And he goes, well, that's pretty much your major. And I said, then I'm not doing that. So I kind of went into the whole liberal arts and ended up taking a behavior modification class in the psychology department. And during that class, two things happened. One, they showed a film called Harry, which you can see on my screen here. And this film was actually very, very life-changing for me. And it is truly probably the most significant reason I am doing what I am doing today. Harry was basically research training exercise in the sense of Dr. Fox, if any of you have heard of him, very well known back in the 80s when behavior modification was first becoming very popular in the psychology field. He did this documentary where he worked with a gentleman named Harry who was very, very, very self-injurious to the point where he ended up having to be restrained the majority of the time during the day, and they'd only let him out of restraints for a short period of time. And during this documentary, it shows how Dr. Fox, utilizing behavior modification, was able to get Harry from being incredibly self-injurious, where he was restrained the majority of the time, to the point where Harry was able to go out into the community and work and visit his family. And to me, when I watched this, I thought, wow, that is amazing that you could have that kind of impact on somebody's life, that you could help them learn new things, experience new things, to the point at which it made such a significant difference on their quality of life. And so Harry, you can watch it on YouTube, and we'll probably add a link on there as well, but I'm going to just show you a little brief moment of the introduction. I also like to preface, I used this when I did behavior modification training in my first professional job of starting a 24-hour crisis mobile unit to help support people who are transitioning out of the Stockton Developmental Center. And sometimes people get very emotional about this documentary, so I just like to warn people a little bit about that it is very emotional, and you're going to see things that you're probably not used to seeing. But again, when you get to the end, it is incredible, the difference between where Harry started and where he ended, and the quality of life was, I don't even know how to describe it. Hopefully you guys will have an opportunity to go on YouTube and watch it if you're interested. But I'm just going to show a very, very small part of it, just so you guys can kind of get a sense of something that changed my life when I was in college and really played a role in why I'm here today. So this is Harry. As you can see, very self-injurious. Yeah, so there's that, and there's Dr. Fox. And just to kind of give you a fast forward, we're going to go here where you're going to see.
And without self-abusing. Unfortunately, shortly thereafter, Harry developed a serious foot infection and was hospitalized.
So Dr. Fox is talking about some barriers that occurred during this time. But if we go, you will see. Here we go. So here's Harry at the end.
An ongoing process. Being bright and adaptable, Harry continues to display non-compliant behavior on occasion to test his family and the institutional staff.
I asked for pretzels, Harry. We're gonna have some pretzels, Jim. Okay.
As a result, they have had to remain very consistent.
And as you can see, through this whole course, Harry is there working, just like a lot of the individuals in our contract services work today.
Harry has continued to make progress, whereas my own involvement with him has been reduced to that of an occasional advisor.
So, to answer that question, that was a huge part of why I do what I do, and why I'm here, and why I work with people with disabilities. I had mentioned at the beginning there were two things that happened in that class. The second one is that we had to do an internship actually at the Stockton Developmental Center. And so when the very, very first time that I went, I got there early and I was sitting in my car, and I'm going to get a little emotional. I can't believe that. And I was just watching a group of individuals going from one of the buildings at the developmental center to another building. And in all honesty, I just sat there and I cried in my car. Because I'm just so appreciative of what I have and what I can do. And I just really believe that people have the right to have what I have and what we all have, and that is to be able to be in the community, to have friends, neighbors, co-workers. And so for me, that was a huge, huge part of why I'm doing what I'm doing and why I work with people with disabilities. Of course, I've grown in my career. I started by being a manager of a crisis program, and kind of my responsibilities grew over the years. And I've had multiple opportunities to make a change and go into a different type of organization, or maybe work for a corporate organization. But I just couldn't do it. I have to be somewhere where I know I'm making a difference and I'm having a positive impact on people's lives. So I'm very excited to be here at PWI and looking forward to continuing my efforts to make positive impacts on people's lives, whether it be the employees, my coworkers, our society, the clients that we serve. To me, it's really important that I'm making a positive difference in the lives of the people around me, and hopefully that comes through, and you guys can kind of get a feel for who I am and why I'm here. And again, if you have the opportunity to go onto YouTube, just search Harry and behavior modification, and it will come up, but we'll also list the link at the bottom so that you guys can see this. And when I say at the bottom, that's when we post it on YouTube or Facebook. Otherwise, we'll be sure to provide you guys with that link. If you're having difficulty, just reach out to me. And with that, I will say thank you. And there will be more installments. Like I said, there's a couple more questions that people had asked that I want to take the time to respond to. But this one I thought would be a good one to officially start. So thank you for your time, and please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you.